Kia ora, it's Ruth here and welcome to my backyard in Christchurch. This is part 2 of going around my garden. If you missed part 1, have a look back at the videos and you'll be able to get there. And I was just showing in the last video that I've got my little one with me now, which is very exciting. He is still asleep. So we're able to do part 2 of this video. We'll see how long that lasts. And again, I now notice that I'm swaying. I'll try not to make you car sick or seasick. So behind me, I've got our crab apple tree, which is really exciting. It's the first year it's had crab apples and we've had a go at making crab apple jelly and it's absolutely amazing. So much easier than I thought it was to make. We did have to reboil it because we hadn't let it boil enough, but you live and you learn, and it's really tasty. So there's a few more on it. And as far as crab apple goes, they're massive. Have a look at that compared to my hand. So we need to get into these before it gets too late. We definitely don't want to lose them because we'll be able to make a good lot of more crab apple jelly. Okay, so we'll take you around here. Oh, you might be waking up, we will see. Definitely a new adventure, gardening and living with a baby, as I'm sure lots of you will know. So this part of the garden, there's not as much going on. I've pulled a whole lot out because it was starting to just get yuck because it's the end of the season and starting to get mildew and just different things, but there's still some things going on. So down here, we've still got some calendula and some kale. We always love our kale. Got kohlrabi, got a whole lot of carrots that my never-ending story is I need to thin them. And look how much rain we've had. We've had just over 20 mils, which has been amazing. We didn't get rain for ages. It's been really dry. Then had a few really good downpours, and even this morning I was planning to come out when he was first asleep and there was a sun shower. So can't really complain because it means it's one less thing I need to do is not having to water the garden. But it's been great. I should empty that now so I can see how much rain we get later on. So down here, this garden is quite empty. We've got a few little beetroots going in there. We've got a few carrots. And then we've got some little baby kale at the back. And here are the end of our scarlet runner beans, which I'm leaving them all to go and dry. So some of them, yeah, it's been a little bit wet. That one's going a little bit funny. But otherwise, we have got a truckload of seeds for next year. And I'll be able to give a whole lot away because with scarlet runners they actually keep their roots in the ground and they'll re-sprout the next year. You don't need to reseed every year. So the plant on that side of me has already had the second year. This one behind me is its first year, but they should just be able to sprout up again. So I might see if I can do some scarlet runners somewhere else as well. But at the same time, I think I did overdo how many scarlet runners we could actually eat this year. I just need to get better at giving them away. But I love scarlet runners, love beans, they're so good. So down here, this kale is now a year old. I planted it as seedlings in lockdown last year. And so this just shows how great kale is. It's just such a longevity plant and it keeps going and going and becoming like a tree. Just like, I'll take you straight here, this massive kale tree I keep showing you. It's crazy. Like, I can't even, can just fit my fingers around the side. So the chickens are loving this one. I've been pulling it off to give to the chickens because it does have some white fly. And I'll do it now because I'm here and the girls can see him here and they're thinking, what are you doing, not giving us food? Here you go, here's the girls. 4 of them, oh no, 5, I was going to say one must be laying. We've only got about 3 laying at any one time at the moment. These girls are about 1.5 years old and being shavers, in their first year they tend to lay every day, and then the second, third, fourth year they go down quite dramatically. But actually 3 eggs a day, we're still not getting through those at the moment. So it's okay, but we'll see what happens. Whether we get some more and add to the flock or how we manage, but 3 eggs is still pretty good. So this garden has virtually got nothing in. A few little beetroots at the back, a few, I think they're sprouting broccoli, but the plan for this garden here is to put garlic in it, which I need to go, I go to the Riccarton market and there's someone there that sells garlic. My garlic last year didn't go too well. I think it's probably because I didn't feed it well enough, and so I wasn't able to, well, I didn't have enough that I thought was worth keeping my own garlic seed for this year. So going to head to the Riccarton market, get some garlic bulbs and plant them for myself. Behind this kale, we've got lettuce that's going to flower and a little bit of spinach. But that is what I'm going to need to do, is plant some more. And my plan is to try and dot the spinach around the garden a little bit. But even in saying that, the problem is birds again. I can't just pop them round. I need some type of covering on them. So I still need to kind of strategically think about where I'm putting them. Maybe here what I've got is this garden all covered because there's a whole lot of random things growing in here. There is, if you can see the pink, that is some self-sown beetroot, some self-sown calendula, But then there's a whole lot of pea seeds that I planted. Peas are really good at nitrogen fixing. They're really good ground cover for the winter. But also I'm just keen to grow some peas. So in this garden I've currently got some. I've got some that I need to start sprouting as well to grow differently in different gardens too. But what I love is that what I did, rather than just buying a packet of peas, I bought one of the ground cover mixes, which is exactly the same peas that are in the seed packet, but it's about double the price of a seed packet to get like 12 times as much. So if you do like peas, have a look at the ground cover mixes, the cover crops. Same as broad beans. They're generally exactly the same style or type as the single packets that might have, you know, 10, 12 seeds in. This one's got like 100 seeds in. So give that a go. So over here is just the garden. It's not got much going on apart from some lovely flowers, which is nice. Got a few little brassicas in the background. Our rhubarb, we need to do one more picking because as soon as the frosts come it will die down for winter again. So don't want to lose this last bit of rhubarb. Again, we've been doing apple and rhubarb and stewing as well. Apple is definitely our base. And I will take you into the glass house. Now, just one thing here is our little solar watering system. I need to remember to take that off because it's not meant to get frosted. So I think I'll be fine for April and probably even May because we shouldn't get too heavy a frost. But after that, I'll need to make sure I take it off so that we can put the unit back on for next year, because having the self-watering has been absolutely amazing. Now in here, we've taken out all the tomatoes and we've got some sprouting broccoli. We've got some basil left over that we still need to pick. We have our yellow eggplants, and our other eggplants have suddenly decided to just start flowering and flowering. Oh, they're so spiky. Oh, flowering and flowering and flowering. I think they're the most beautiful flowers, but look at those spikes. They are really dangerous. So I've had a go at doing some self-pollination of them. I think it probably is too late for any fruit to come, but they're not taking up too much space. Like, there's nothing I really want to put there right now, so we'll just leave it. We've got our tatsoi I haven't planted out, or our cornflowers or pansies, and more pansies. We'll see if we do. But I do have my self-watering system in here as well, which means even though I haven't planted them out yet and they are extremely root bound in the pots, I don't need to worry about them overly too much because they are still getting water. So that's part 2 of the garden. Thank you for watching. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll see what happens. I've decided I need to just take every day as it comes, whether I get into the garden or not. But what I am wanting to do is putting some mulch on it. I've still got some mulch. It's actually I've had for about 2 years. I got a massive big bale, which is fantastic, of pea straw. And the gardens are looking a bit bare and I want to just cover them for winter because it protects the soil, but also gives nutrients and stuff to keep all that microbiology going. It's great having soil that looks healthy. Oh, I'll just show you the flowers over here. These ones are all coming to the end too, but it's still lovely to see, and I'm still seeing bees flying around them, which is wonderful. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time, hopefully with some more things going on in the garden. Ka kite!